October 15th, 2024. The time is 2 p.m. In attendance are Commissioners Matari, Brooks, and Duncan. Please join me in a moment of silence. All right, and Ms. Proud, would you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, changes to the agenda. We've got one addition under emergency action, and it is to, it's time sensitive. We expected it to be on this agenda and it didn't quite make it there. It is the Sletton guaranteed maximum price for the jail pod build out. So is that, please the board to add that because it is time sensitive. They're looking forward to starting work and not putting bids in jeopardy.
It's fine.
Okay, motion?
I move that we add item 31, Sletton guaranteed maximum price on the jail pod build-out to the business meeting.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Thank you. Aye.
Sorry. Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, I will call for public comment. Hearing none, I would take a motion for the minutes.
I move that we approve the meeting minutes, items 1 through 4.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, consent calendar.
I move that we approve the consent calendar, items 5 through 14.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye, and payables.
I move that we approve payables for October 7 through 11, 2024 in the amount of $2,678,134.30 and jury panel payments in the amount of $1,797.24.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Item 16, this is a bid award, notice of award for Taxiway C and the MALSR relocation project at the airport. Ms. Stevenson, please.
Kim Stevenson for the record. This is a bid award for, notice of award for our contractor for the Taxiway Charlie and MALSR relocation project. We had kind of an unprecedented thing happen. Our lowest bidder was unable to provide the documentation needed and failed to sign the contract that was awarded to him originally earlier this year. We wrote a letter, ran it through legal, and sent that off to the lowest bidder. And so we are looking to award the second lowest bidder, J7. The contract, the awarded contract will be $4,568,060.05. This will not change the original awards from the FAA. We will look to do an amendment at the end of the project to cover the additional costs. We have run this proposal past the FAA and they have agreed. We've also been in contact with J7 and they have agreed to extend their bid prices at this time. So we are looking for your approval to award the bid for the contract.
Okay, and do we need to do any official documentation to the other bidder?
I didn't know if we needed to do anything. We've written a letter and we've sent that out. They've received it. So I didn't know if we needed to do any official thing through you guys or not.
Dave, is that? They failed to submit the documents and to actually sign it. So therefore, we're awarding the bid to the second lowest bidder.
Yeah, there was never a contract signed.
Kind of hard to give an opinion right now on the record like
Sure.
this.
Okay,
I'd rather do it outside of the meeting.
okay. Yeah, so if you just want to touch base with Dave to make sure, but otherwise I'm comfortable going ahead with it since they have been notified that we are awarding the bid to another contractor. So, unless you have different thoughts.
As far as the board awarding it, I'm fine with that, as long as it's okay. We're not putting the cart before the horse, and we can address the finer details after the fact.
Okay. All right, motion.
I move that we approve the bid award, notice of award for Taxiway C and the MALSR relocation project with the airport
To J7.
to J7.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 17, board approval request. This is the FY24 fund balance to C budget request for the airport. And Ms. Stevenson?
Kim Stevenson again for the record. Commissioners, we are bringing to you for FY24 a request for expenses and moving fund balance to our C budget for the temporary air traffic control tower. The amount of the FY24 expenses is $315,421.59. The memo contains the coding that we would like to use on this. So except for the dry box and the container connectors, we've used local vendors for materials and services for this entire project. And a pre-built package would have been easily $500,000. So we're happy. There's a few more expenses to come in FY25, but most of the project is complete.
Okay, and I just want to check with auditor's office. This is perfectly fine to make this transfer now.
So it's coming from the airport's fund balance, because they've been over budget for a while. And it was supposed to get done in FY24, but they forgot. And so I think this is probably just them formally letting you know, not that the year's over.
Okay.
It's going to come from their fund balance no matter what.
Okay. All right, any other questions? Okay.
No.
motion.
I move that we approve the request for the FY24 fund balance to the C budget per the airport.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Item 18, financial budget. This is a purchase approval for dumpsters. Thank you, Kim. With Angela Fusier.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Angela Fusier for the record. And the Solid Waste Department would like approval to purchase 35 dumpsters as part of our Ramsey drop-off area project. We received a quote from SWS Equipment in the amount of $73,500. This is budgeted for under that project. And we talked with Jamila Holmes with legal just to make sure if there wasn't anything else further as far as needing additional quotes or anything like that. And it falls underneath the $75,000 threshold to need more quotes.
Okay, questions, motion?
I move that we approve the purchase for the dumpsters with solid waste.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Commissioner Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 19, this is financial budget, and it's for a wheel loader, waste handler purchase, and it's piggyback on the 2023-08 bid with solid waste.
Angela Fusier for the record again. And the Solid Waste Department would like approval to purchase one waste handler wheel loader from Western States Equipment. They were awarded the bid for 2023-08 bid in FY24. This is for the same piece of equipment, same specifications with same pricing. And let's see, the cost of the loader is $321,327.62. And there's the option for an additional option for a warranty in the amount of $17,075. And we'd like to do that option just like we did before. So the total for the loader with the warranty would be $338,402.62. And since they're offering the previous price, this is below what we budgeted for FY25. So we're asking for your approval for the purchase.
Okay, questions, motion?
I move that we approve the Piggyback purchase for the waste handler wheel loader from the 2023-08 bid with solid waste in the amount of $338,402.62.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 20, this is a memorandum of understanding between Kootenai County, Idaho Transportation Department, and Kootenai Metropolitan Planning Organization and our transit department. Mr. Engel, are you on the phone?
Yes, thank you, Commissioners. Chad Engel with the Transit Department for the record. So before you is a memorandum of understanding among the Idaho Transportation Department, Kootenai Metropolitan Planning Organization, and Kootenai County. This MOU establishes mutual responsibilities for the metropolitan transportation planning process and outlines the provisions for developing and sharing performance information. We are seeking your approval of this MOU, and legal has reviewed and approved it.
Okay, questions, motion?
I move that we approve the MOU between Kootenai County, ITD, and KMPO with a transit.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Item 21, bid award. This is number 21 HFR-10, and it's for hazard fuel treatment for the FY21 East Hayden Sunset Beach FireSmart grant, 9.5 acres with our Office of Emergency Management. Ms. Littlefield, are you on the line?
Yes, this is Andrea Littlefield for the record. Kootenai County Office of Emergency Management respectfully requests that the Board of County Commissioners approve the bid award for Sunset Beach for FY21 East Hayden FireSmart project. We had 4 responsive bidders respond to our notice of inviting bids, with INW Land Management LLC garnering the lowest bid.
Okay, questions, motion?
I move that we approve bid award number 21 HFR-10 hazard fuel treatment for FY21 East Hayden with Sunset Beach FireSmart grant, 9.5 acres with the Office of Emergency Management.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Thank you. Item 22, board approval request. This is the continuation of the HVAC support services program. And is Mr. Reed on the line or Captain Heil?
It's Captain Jeremy Heil for the record. This is just a continuation of the current HVAC support services that we have through with the Sheriff's Office through ATS. This is for FY25 and it was budgeted.
Okay, and then I see in here that it talks about 24 pricing. Is that what's just going to carry us through all the way through 25?
I don't know the answer to that.
Okay. Well, let's hope so, I suppose. Is that, let's see, well, it wouldn't be the same as your page, but on page 15, it talks about the year 12/21 or 12/01/23 through 11/30/24, and it gives us a quarterly and an annual price. So that would just be my only question there.
I'm going to say probably because it above it the duration starts December 1st of 24.
Okay. Thank you. All right, any other questions, motion?
I move that we approve the continuation request of the HVAC support services program with the Sheriff's Office.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right. Item 23, board approval request, and this is for the Apollo Mechanical Contractors, and it's to replace the HVAC at 911. Are you handling this?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Captain Jeremy Heil again for the record. This is board approval request through Apollo Mechanical Contractors to replace the HVAC system at 911. And again, this was budgeted for FY25.
Okay, questions, motion?
I move that we approve the request to replace the HVAC at 911 with Apollo Mechanical Contractors in the Sheriff's Office.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Item 24, board approval request for the continuation of janitorial agreement with additional building added, and then this is with environmental control and our sheriff's department. Captain Heil.
Yes, ma'am. Captain Jeremy Howell again for the record. This is continuation of the current janitorial contract that we have with environmental control, and this is the addition of Kootenai North as part of this contract, and again, it's budgeted for FY25.
Questions, motion?
I move that we approve the request to continue the janitorial agreement with the additional building added, Kootenai North, with environmental control in the sheriff's office.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Item 25, board approval request, and this is a contract for the annual lease agreement, Blackwell Island Marina. Sergeant Miller, are you on the line?
That's Kevin Smart for the record, Commissioners.
Oh, okay.
Yes, our renewal agreement with Hayden Marina and the Blackwell Boat Launch site for a continued renewal for this upcoming year, retroactive as of September 6th. For $8,415.
Okay, questions, motion?
I move that we approve the request for the annual contract lease agreement with Blackwell Island Marina and the sheriff's office.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. Dave, do we need retroactive in the motion? Oh, okay.
All right, we'll redo it. September 6th
Just for clarity's sake.
or September
Let's
6th.
scratch that one and let's do it over, or,
I can just insert September 6th.
thank you. Perfect. Okay, item 26. This is the electric service agreement for the Justice Building with Avista in Building and Grounds, and our director, Jeff Fuller, was unable to attend today, so I can handle this. It was explained today. It's just a standard agreement to bring on board the Justice Building expansion. So, any questions? Motion?
I move that we approve the electric service agreement with the Justice Building expansion with Avista and Building and Grounds.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. And item 27, similar. This is the natural gas service agreement for the Justice Building and Avista.
I move that we approve the natural gas service agreement for the new Justice Building with Avista and Building and Grounds.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 28, this is a proclamation, and it is Kootenai County's military caregivers. And we were asked by Daughters of American Revolution to pass a resolution, or a proclamation, I should say, to recognize the military caregivers. And we had talked about this before, and there was some language in there that Kootenai County was not able to meet, but I think that it is now to a point where we can approve it. So questions?
No?
Motion?
I move that we approve the proclamation for Kootenai County's military caregivers and the BOCC.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 29, Resolution 2024-79, and this is the approval of the revisions to Policy 311, which is our vacation policy, and the discontinuation of Policy 316, which is our vacation donation program. Ms. Proud, please.
Sylvia Proud for the record. At the October 3rd HR meeting, we reviewed the vacation policy and the changes that HR had proposed, and we worked with the auditor's office on those changes. And then, so those changes were approved at that meeting. So we're asking the board to adopt the resolution so we can update personnel policy. In addition to that, we are asking for a proposed removal of policy 316, which is our vacation donation program policy. and that is being discontinued due to our employer-sponsored short-term disability plan.
Questions, motion?
I move that we approve Resolution 2024-79, which is the approval of revisions to Policy 311, vacations, and discontinuation of Policy 316, vacation donation program with HR.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right. Item 30, Resolution 2024-80, and this is approval of revisions to Policy 600, and this is the job evaluation classification. Ms. Proudigan.
Sylvia Proud for the record. At the September 19th HR meeting, we reviewed proposed job change, proposed personnel policy change to the job evaluation and classification policy. And at that time, the board gave us permission to proceed with those changes. So we are asking the board to adopt it so we could incorporate it into the personnel policy manual.
Okay. Questions, motion?
I move that we approve Resolution 2024-80, approval of revisions to Policy 600, job evaluation, classification with human resources.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 31, this is the Sletton guaranteed maximum price for our jail pod build-out. And we can ratify this next week, but they didn't want to wait a week to get it approved because they have bids and things to coordinate. So the guaranteed maximum price for Phase 2 is $7,645,213, which Phase 1 and the owner's cost brings us to $8,998,753. Questions, motion?
I move that we approve the Sletton guaranteed maximum price on the jail pod build-out.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks. Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye. With that, public comment?
Well, Brandy has a comment.
I'm sorry.
We probably have some budgetary.
Brandy Falcon from the Auditor's Office. I just wanted it on the record that the funding for the $7,645,213 is coming from assigned fund balance for jail pods. Same with the additional $775,000. So I just like to have funding source on public record.
Sure. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. And if there's anyone on the phone that wants to make public comment, I will call on you in just a minute.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Ron Hartman for the record. I have a question with regards to item business 20 on the MOU. Who is responsible for the liability?
So I'm not sure what you, liability for.
My understanding, only the county is responsible for the liability of the transit system that we're running. Is that true?
So this MOU works together with the agencies for communication purposes. So I'm still not.
Okay, because I didn't see the MOU to know what the topic was or what was in it.
Okay.
Was it presented publicly?
Well, is it on, Jonathan, is it online? Okay, typically it's online through the business meeting. There is a link near the agenda and it says backup documentation for that.
Okay, I'll look for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a requirement from the triannual audit that they discovered when they do the audit of basically transit. So this is basically a housekeeping chore.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, is there anyone on the phone that would like to make public comment?
John Dunn.
Go ahead.
So I watch your meetings all the time, and I find these group of girls that are up in the front left corner from the, I believe it's from the county clerk's office, to be extremely disruptive and very unprofessional. I don't know why they're sitting in there. Can they not be working? Are they not government employees?
Is that?
Is
all
that
your-
me or someone else you're talking about?
I think.
Well,
he's
right now I
talking
don't
about
see the group on the TV. I see a telephone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in the audience.
So they're usually sitting around the county clerk. They're very disruptive. They're playing on their phones. They're chit-chatting back and forth as people are trying to talk.
Okay. Noted. Is there anything else? Any other comment?
That's it. I think it's very unprofessional, and to see it on TV, and kind of wonder why they're always there doing that.
Thank you. Is there anyone else on the phone? Okay. 2:26, meeting adjourned.